Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Married at First Sight. This is season 13, episode 1, and it was titled Lone Stars No More. I know y'all, I am like super late because I really did not feel like watching this episode. Y'all know if y'all watch my channel and I review Married at First Sight, y'all know I don't really get excited about the show until they go on the honeymoon. That's when I start getting excited about it, and that's when stuff start picking up and I'd be more invested. But like this first episode, and then I was going through some things. If you saw my community post, thank you for everybody who said some good things, to me and stuff to lift my spirits up or whatever. But like, I honestly did not feel like watching this episode. And then the episode was 3 hours long, y'all. 3 hours. I said, why was it 3 hours? Jesus, why? Like, I appreciate them trying to speed it along because, any other time they would drag it out. And the first episode be just them talking to the family. Then the second episode be them talking to the family. And we may get a part of a wedding, and then it'd be like the third episode. So I do appreciate them trying to speed it up, but 3 hours, y'all. 3 hours. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, at some of the parts, especially like the wedding dress shopping, I sped through that. I did not watch that. And it was some other scenes that I kind of just fast forwarded through because it was just like redundant. They just kept saying the same thing. So if y'all want to know what they were saying during those scenes, I advise y'all to watch it on Lifetime. But anyway, let's jump into this episode. So it's 14 days. We open up when it's 14 days until the wedding. And then they go to 9 days until the wedding, and then it's the day before. And then we actually got a wedding at the end of this episode. So I was like, okay, I see y'all, America, doing the damn thing. Y'all still need to get on Australia's tip. But they at least sped it up a little bit for us. So we meet, oh my God, Marla. Is it Marla? Oh, I should have just wrote it out the way they kept saying it. But I'm going to get it right the next time. But I think it's Marla. Yeah, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And Gil. So what they did, all the stuff they did in episode 0 when we was meeting the cast and stuff like that. So they basically said the same things. But in this episode, they were telling their family members that they were getting married. So Pastor Kyle. I always want to call him Dr. Kyle. Pastor Kyle is saying like he matched them up because they have like similar upbringings and connections, and they'll probably balance each other out or whatever. He is Gil. He's a fireman and stuff, and he's 35. I believe she is 34. He brings his friends to tell them that he's getting engaged. They are shocked. They're like, what? You getting engaged? Like, we didn't even meet the chick. I guess he didn't tell them that he signed up for Married at First Sight. Most of the couples, I believe, told their friends and family that they signed up. But this one, they didn't know if they was going to get a match or not. But most of them told him that they at least signed up. I guess he didn't tell them that he signed up because they was like, one of the guys was like, I'm still waiting for him to be like, all right, this is a joke because I don't believe this is, really happening or whatever. He says that Gil says that he's Colombian. He has challenges trusting people. So him doing this is like a big step for him, come out of his comfort box. And one of the reasons why he doesn't have a lot of trust in strangers, especially, is because his father was murdered when he was 14 during a home invasion. So somebody broke into his house and killed his father. I said, oh my God. So he had to, not get over it, but come heal from that and stuff like that. So he doesn't really trust a lot of strangers, but he's getting to a place, or he's at a place where he can trust. So this process is like really huge for him. When he was talking, they kept showing him with a mustache, without the mustache. I kind of like him without the mustache. I thought he looked a little cuter without the mustache. Not that he's a bad looking guy, because he is very attractive, but I just thought he looked real fine without that mustache. What else, child? And because they was asking him all types of questions, and they was asking him what happens if you're not attracted to the female. And then he was like, well, I was thinking about that, but I was also thinking like, what happens if she's not attracted to me? Okay. She tells her friends, and she's saying like this is what she prayed for and stuff, and She tells us the same stuff that they said in episode 0, where like she bougie, she do a whole lot of self-care regimen where she get her eyelashes done once a week, she get her nails done, her feet done, she get facial, she do like all this stuff. So, but she tired of being a third wheel and all the pictures and stuff, so she wants to get married. She tells her friends is all excited for her. She tells us that she a little bougie and she hopes that, her husband can deal with that. I don't think Gil would have a problem with her being bougie, because he didn't seem like he was the type that would kind of say something about, the females, but he did say when he met the fellas that he don't want an IG model. I don't feel like, Marla, I'm gonna just call her M. I don't feel like, because I don't want to keep messing up her name. I don't feel like she is like an IG model type, but I feel like she likes to take care of herself. And ain't nothing wrong with her wanting to take care of herself and look pretty and feel confident and stuff like that. So, but I don't feel like she on that level to where he would be turned off, if y'all understand what I'm saying. What else, child? She was saying that she's not good at compromising. She don't like men with bald heads. I said, well, Gil got a big ass bald head now. So I don't know what she gonna do about that. They scared that that the man won't fit the mold that she has in her mind or whatever like that. And what else, child? I think that was pretty much the gist of what she said at the thing. Pastor Kyle said, like I said, they'll balance each other out and they'll lean on each other. And he was saying, yes, Gil is bald-headed, but he feels as though that's just part of M's superficial side or whatever like that, and it shouldn't be a problem. I said, Like, some people are superficial to the point where it just turns them off from the other person and they don't see anything else. So if all she sees is this man bald head and don't see the potential he has and the attributes and all that other stuff that he has, she might not even give him a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? And she the one at the, yeah, from what I saw at the bachelorette party, she may be the type that just be like turned off and just click her mind off and fluff everything that he's saying and doing and all this other stuff, because it's like, oh, but you got that bald head. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I do not know about that. Let me see. Anything else happened with them? No. Michaela and Zach. So I like them. I like them too. This is gonna be my number one couple. This is the ones I'm rooting for, because I feel like they make a good little pod, and I think they look cute. I love her hair. Oh, I wish my natural hair would look like that, child. Like, oh, when she had that blowout. Oh, because I kept looking at her hair in a little coils and stuff. I said, I bet you her hair down her damn back. And when she had that blowout, oh my God. I got a thing for long hair. I'm sorry, y'all. But I love her hair. I love her smile. I love her lips. I just love her. So they telling and then she fun. Did y'all see her at the bachelorette party? Child, I want to go out with her. Anyway, because never mind. Anyway, they telling their family. So he's telling his parents and the brother. The mama like, well, why would you, do this? The daddy want to know why he did this. Because like I said, he told his family that he signed up for the process. And Michaela told her family too. The daddy, Zach daddy, trying to figure out, like, why would you go this route? Like, you could get any woman. Like, why did you have to go to meeting a stranger to get married and stuff like that? And he says because he was never in love with anybody and stuff. And the mama like, well, marriage is more than just love. Like, it's a commitment. Like, you got to be committed to it. And if you don't even like the person at that time, you got to be committed to being with that person or whatever. So he's just like, yeah, and I think the parents had said something like, it was something they said before, like, well, oh man, I can't remember what they said, but it was before he told them. So when he told them, they was like, oh, you serious? Because there was something they said before that said that they wasn't with it. And then he was just like, oh, well, I got matched. Whatever. So I was like, Lord. The mom, he asked his mama, like, do you really feel like no woman is good enough for me or whatever, or good enough for your children? She started crying, and she was just like, she wants the best for him and not just some random chick. I feel like Michaela will balance him out really well. She's fun, he's fun, because he looked like he was having a good ass time at the bachelor party. She was having a good, she was lit, she was turned, okay? She was having a good ass time at her bachelorette party. It was just a good vibe. I feel like it's a good vibe, and I think they'll be good together, but I don't know. Who is me, child? She tells her family, they was excited for her, but they was like, you ready to give up your stubborn ways because you real stubborn, girl. She tried to act all surprised, like, me, I'm stubborn. Like, yes, girl, you stubborn. So, she was saying, like, you know, she had a rough childhood and stuff like that, and she, at one point, was homeless. They had bounced from house to house. Like, I think she said she lived in like 5 or 6 different houses growing up or whatever. And if she wasn't on the right path, then she could have went, you know, left or whatever. And she was saying like her dad had really helped her grow up right, and she learned a lot from her dad. And then we hear that her dad was murdered by a drunk driver. So I was like, oh my God. And she just wants to find love the way her father showed her love or whatever. Because she said at one point her roof had blew off and she called her daddy and he dropped everything and came out to, you know, to help his baby girl. She also has never been in love. So this shit, you know, this sounds like it will be a good vibe for both of them. They both never been in love. So there is no pressure on both sides where one has been in love and one hasn't been in love, Claire and Ryan. But, you know, I think this will be a good match. I like them too. What y'all think? Bao and Johnny. So, Pastor Kyle thinks that it will be a natural instant match. That they will just be like, boom, and they'll be like, oh, yeah. So, anyway, he's meeting with his friends, and he said he's dated for a long time, and he done went on every dating app and known the man, okay? And he ain't find the right one, child. And he was saying, like, he feels as though the people were he feels as though he was into them more than they were into him or whatever. And he wants a woman that's clingy. He wants a woman to do everything first, like kiss and hold hands and hit his ass and all this other stuff, because he afraid if he initiates it or whatever, the person won't and he'll get his heart broken or whatever like that. I said, boy, bye. His family is very important to him. He has a large family and they're very important to him. His parents divorced when he was young. His biggest problem is relinquishing control. His mom is okay with, you know, him doing this married at first sight. His friends were also okay with it. His dad is not so much. So he's afraid to tell his father about what is, you know, about to go on. Bao, on the other hand, she's telling her brothers that, you know, she about to get married and stuff like that. And she wants their approval. Because if she says if she don't get the approval of her family, she may not go forward. Child, the brothers were so happy. They was like, hallelujah, now somebody else could take care of you. You could be somebody else's problem. She was like, what? But it was cute, and they we have a good time. They were saying like she can be real intense at times, and her husband should have patience with her and everything like that. Pastor Kyle feels like they can fill in each other's gaps, and they will be a good, stable asset to each other. Bao will hold Johnny accountable, and they'll just compliment each other. All right, y'all, I'm back. Kids came home. They didn't know I was recording. Anyway, so he ends up calling his dad, right? Because he wants his dad's support. And he also said if he doesn't have his dad's support, he's not sure if he'll go along with it. So he called his dad up or whatever. And he's, you know, speaking in his native tongue and stuff. And child, I kept thinking like, well, do he got an earpiece in? Like, why we can't hear the dad or whatever? The daddy was not with it. The dad must have said like, he was saying like his dad was real upset. His dad was real angry and stuff like that. We couldn't hear the daddy because the daddy was not with it at all. He was upset. He was angry. He was saying like, I don't know what he was saying, but he had some reservations. It was like a sign on the screen saying like the dad had reservations about Johnny getting married this way, and he did not approve, and he did not want to be filmed. So that's why we did not hear his voice or anything on the other end. I was like, damn, so he really mad because, you know, sometimes we'll see the parents and they'll be mad or don't approve of it, but you still hear them. And then sometimes they surprise us and they show up. Child, no. Johnny Daddy was not with it, and he wouldn't even have his voice recorded, child. I said, damn. So, of course, Johnny was emotional because he wanted his dad's support and stuff. But, you know, everybody not going to be supportive, and that's okay. Like, it's just up to you to decide what you're going to do with your life. Everybody may not approve of what you're doing with your life, but as long as you're not hurting nobody and you doing, you know, you just doing what feels best for you and everything like that, it's okay. The daddy will get over it. As long as you happy, that's all that matters. And Johnny was just like, he don't know what he gonna do, okay? So, Brett and Ryan. So we meet Brett and Ryan. Child, I still got one more couple. Brett and Ryan, they both telling their family, child. He's telling his family, and he was a serial dater. He said he done dated about 50 plus women in the last 3 to 4 years. And he said he joked that some small towns in Texas he can't even visit no more because the people he dated or whatever. He said when he lost his best friend 18 months ago, he started viewing everything differently because, you know, he had a wake-up call. And now he wants to find his forever or whatever. He said that when he was dating, I don't think he was saying like he was dating for fun. He was dating to find his person, but he just couldn't find that person. But now that's why he reached out to Married at First Sight so they could actually find him and stuff like that. His family all shocked or whatever, and they just shocked. The sister was like, well, I think they shocked because they didn't ever think that you was going to get married and you wasn't going to find nobody. So that's why they shocked or whatever. But they wasn't like mad or unsupportive or anything like that. The dad did say like, well, this is kind of unorthodox and this is not normal and stuff. Like, why can't my kids just be normal? But he wasn't against it, and he didn't say that he wouldn't show up or support his son. He just didn't feel like, you know, the way he was getting married and stuff was the right way or whatever like that. Brett, she tells her besties, they had like a little girls' night or whatever, and she was saying like she kept it from them. She did tell them that she was going on, you know, filling out Married at First Sight, but she kept the secret that she got matched from them. And then she told them, they like, oh yeah, girl, okay, yes. And then she tells us the last time she was with somebody or even kissed a man was 2 years ago. I said, ooh, child, Ryan better hold on to his hat. She said that somebody, I think one of the friends was like, well, just remember that he's a stranger and that you'll have to learn how to, you know, blend and mesh with each other. And one of the other friends was saying like, Brett is so patient that she'll just keep taking stuff over and over again instead of just letting stuff go, because she always wants to work stuff out and always wants to, you know, see stuff last or whatever like that. So that might be her downfall or whatever. I was like, and then Rachel and Jose. So Rachel is telling her mom and her friend that, you know, she's getting married and stuff like that. And she said that she had gained a little weight during the quarantine. And, you know, everybody, mostly everybody. And during that time, she lost, I think she said about 30 pounds. She didn't look like she had 30 pounds on her, but she, you know, she still, she looked good. She was saying like she just lonely and she ready to find that person. And she tired of cooking one meal. Was that her? Yes, it was her. She said she tired of cooking a meal for 2 people, but having to put the other half in the refrigerator for the next day and cooking, and can't nobody really taste the food. And, you know what I mean? Like show off and like, look, babe, I made this or whatever. She was like, she tired of doing that and stuff. So she looking for her new boo. Her last relationship ended 6 months ago. She said that during the quarantine, they were long distance, and during the quarantine, they quarantined together. And so they were quarantined together for like 9 months. So they was playing house or whatever like that. It was feeling good. It was going good. And then she found out this man cheated on her. So she ended it. So she felt some type of way about that. But she did feel like she could enjoy living with somebody and being with somebody because that made her feel good to do that or whatever. I don't know, like 6 months ago, is she really over the man? Like, how long did they date for? Like, how you gotta weigh that stuff in, like all that other stuff. But if she said she ready, child. And she said that she got herself together. She then molded herself into this person. She said that before in the past, she would mold herself to the person that she was with. But over the last year, she has grown and learned how to use her voice and speak up and communicate and project what she needs versus molding herself into what that person needs. So she feels like she's ready to be in this ready to be married or whatever like that. And then a friend was saying something. The friend was a little too real with it. She was like, what if he was repulsed by you? What if he doesn't like you? What if he says you stink? Or what? I said, damn girl, chill out. But she said she gonna use her voice and not be too accommodating. Child, he's telling his friends that his family, he a little nervous, of course. He's very well accomplished. He done paid off student loan debt. Now, you know, if you done paid off some student loan debt, child, you is accomplished, okay? You have accomplished a lot in life. Because I'll probably be paying for my grave. They're gonna be knocking on the like, you owe us the payment. Like, y'all better get out my face. Child. Anyway, he said he even outweighed the risk and he understands what he's getting into with this whole married at first sight. His dad, when he told his dad and stuff, his dad was like, it sounds like you want somebody that's perfect, but you're not going to get somebody that's perfect, because he got like a laundry list of what he want and all this other stuff. I said, child, bye. She wants he said he wants his wife to communicate, and he wants someone that's strong, confident, and physically and mentally sound. I feel like that's Rachel. But she not perfect. And she even said like she wasn't perfect. She said she do not do all that traditional stuff, and she do not cook and clean and all that other stuff like, you know, the traditional Mexican do. That's what she said on episode 0. And I don't know if they had replayed it in this episode, because like I said, I fast forwarded through a lot. But she said she's not the typical person. So if that's what he looking for, child. And Pastor Kyle said that they can challenge each other, and they may not be on the same page with spending and something else. But I was like, if you're not on the same page with spending, that could be a red flag in some relationships, because some relationships break up because of finances, communication, and cheating. Finances, and they not on the same page with spending. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Dr. Pastor Kyle. Anyway, the men and the women, they had their little separate meetings and stuff like that. What we learned from the men, that Zach is the baby of the group. Everybody 35, he 27. The men, most of the men said that they didn't want an IG model or whatever. Johnny said he wanted somebody that was clingy, but I told you he wants somebody that's going to do everything first and be on him, because he wants somebody to love him just as much as he loves them. That's what he wants. He wants that equal thing. What else? Jose had his long list. They was looking like, well, damn, what you want? I'm telling you, he was like, she gotta be this. She gotta have perfect teeth. She gotta have the perfect body. She can't be an IG model, but she gotta know how to dress. She gotta be. I was like, I mean, Rachel is cute and everything, but I don't know if she gonna be his type. Like, I don't know. And I don't like when they do stuff like that. But what else, child? Ryan, he was like, he just want a good human. Ryan said, look, I'm not picky. I just want somebody that's a human and she good, okay? What else? I think who else said something? Oh, Zach was saying like his longest relationship was 9 months. They was like, that was a fling. He was like, yeah, so I don't know nothing about what love is. I just don't know, because my longest relationship was 9 months, and then one before that was about 2. I said, Jesus, that's just a couple dates. Like, the fuck? Anyway, then the ladies, we found out the ladies, you know, of course, they couldn't believe they was doing this. Bao was saying like she can't believe she doing this because she's such an introvert. And then M was saying like she's an ambivert, which is, you know, the same as extrovert, and it's a mix of extrovert and Lord, woo, child, introvert. So it's a mix. And she was saying like she has a hard time making friends at this age or whatever. And was she like 34, right? And they was all looking like, ooh, when she said that, I said, ain't nothing wrong. Like, if she don't want no new friends, she don't need to have no new friends. What's the problem? Anyway, what else happened, child? Rachel, she said she's scared that she'll get with somebody that will break her confidence. And Bao was saying like she don't really want nobody that's over the top, over like obnoxious and all that other stuff. And then they asked like who last had sex with somebody. Of course, Brett had to tell us that she ain't had sex or done anything in 2 years. They was like, oh my goodness, wow. Michaela was like, yeah, I just had something recently, you know, and I told him after we was done, well, you know, I got matched. I'm engaged now. So, peace. I said, oh. Child. And then it was dress shopping, tuck shopping for Zach, Johnny, Michaela, and Bao. I fast forwarded through all that, so I don't know what they were saying. All I know is Johnny did say that regardless of what his daddy think and all that other stuff, he gonna go forth and conquer because this is what he wants. So I said, okay. At the bachelorette party and the bachelor party, Em was being real boring. She was acting like she had to stick up her ass. She said that she was excited, but this not her vibe, and she just basically just wants to get married. I said, why is she rushing us? Like something is up with that. Gil, on the other hand, he was turning up. So that's her match. He turning up. Gil was drunk. Gil was gone. Okay. He was turning up. He was having a good ass time. He was dancing on the pole. I was cracking up. He looked like he was a fun time. Him and Michaela, they would have been good together. But maybe he'll pull Em out her shell. I don't know, child. But he was like, well, I hope my wife is turned up as much as I am at her party or whatever. I was like, at the bachelorette party, Bao and Michaela was the only two that was pretty much turned up. The other two ladies, other than Em, they weren't like sticking the mugs. They was dancing and stuff, but Michaela and Bao, they was turned. Okay, they was getting it. They was doing the damn thing. They was dropping it low and throwing money on the strippers and all that. They was having a good ass time. They, of course, they had talked on the thing. The guys was saying, like, Zach said he memorized his vows. Jose said he had 256 questions for his wife. I said, damn, is this the National State Boards? The fuck is going on around here? And then Michaela had told her friends that, you know, she is not against busting it wide open for her husband or her on the wedding day because they've been together for 12 hours. And if he fine and she got some chemistry with him, she will go ahead and part the Red Sea. I said, you better go ahead, girl. And then it's wedding day for Bao. So, you know, they getting all ready and stuff like that. Bao kind of, you know, nervous. Her friend FaceTimed her. The friend was like, look, girl, just pull the stick out your ass. Give up that control and just, you know, go with the flow. Embrace it or whatever. She was like, all right. He said, you know, he hopes the day will be magical. He real nervous and stuff like that. Her mama was shocked when she told her that, you know, she was getting married. But then she said she understood why she was doing it or whatever because she couldn't find anybody out there in the real world that would meet her standards and stuff. So, okay. Then the mom told her, you know, just take it slow. Because she was like, well, what if he not into me? What if he break my heart? Stuff like that. She was like, just take it slow, boo-boo. Just take it slow. One day at a time. I said, go ahead, mama. So they both look nice. And then, well, she was in her dress. He was in his little, you know, suit and stuff. They both look cute. They gave gifts to each other. So her gift was sweet and short, you know, her card or whatever like that. And then she gave him a survival kit to being a spouse or something like that. Child, he gave her some cute gifts. I don't even know what was in the second box. What was in the second box? Because she was so, because he wrapped the gifts, like the letter was long. He wrapped the gifts in wrapping paper and then wrapped the actual gift in a sports jersey. So she like, oh my God, I hope he's not into sports like that. I'm not into sports like that. Oh my God, like this is a big turn off. Please, I hope it was a joke. So she opened up the first gift. It was wrapped in a jersey. Oh my God, it is wrapped in a jersey, guys. Oh my God, why is it wrapped in a jersey? I don't even know if I'm going to hang this on my wall. Because it was like a little picture frame. And in the middle, it had like a marquee that said, we met as strangers or something like that. And then it had like maybe like 9 little areas where you could put pictures at or whatever. It was cute. She was like, I don't even know if I'm going to put this on my wall. We'll have to fix this. I said, oh my God. And then the other gift was wrapped in a jersey. So she was like, oh my God, he's a big sports fan. Oh my God. I don't even know what was in the second gift because she was so turned off by the whole jersey thing. I think I turned away because I rolled my eyes so much because she was just annoying me. And then she was like, I asked for someone that was smart. I would have rather had got books or whatever, not no sports jerseys and I asked for somebody that was going to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and he just doing it. I said, girl, just because he likes sports don't mean he not smart. Like, what the what? Talking about I wanted a scholar, not a jock or something. She said, I said, Bow, you about to get on my nerves. Now, see, I liked you in the beginning, but you about to get on my nerves with this whole sports thing. And then she's still upstairs sipping champagne. And mama like, don't worry about this. Because she like, well, this is a big red flag to me. I don't know if I want to go down the aisle now. Because this man likes sports. All you got to do is not watch it. That's all you got to do. And if he wants you to sit there with him or whatever, you can sit beside him and do something else, but you still with him, put your hand on, roll his shoulders or something, fix him a little snacky snack and let him play. Like, why? Just why? I never understood why people be getting all in the uproar because their partner like gaming or their partner like sports or their partner like this or whatever, and that's not their thing. Let them do their thing. You can do your thing. Like, y'all don't have to do all the things together. Like, why? If he watching a game, that's your free time. Go get your nails and your eyebrows did or something, girl. Why are you worried about what he doing? That's your free time. Take you a spa day during that time. Unless he wants you to watch it with him. And then it's like, whoa, baby, I make you some dip and I make you some snacks and stuff. And then I'll watch the first half. But, I got this meat in it. But, like, play the game with the man. Like, ain't nobody asking you to do all this extra shit. I just never understood that. But at any rate, she upset. She finally make it down there to the aisle, child. She finally make it down there. And it turns out they knew each other. So they wouldn't say how they knew each other. They did the vows. They didn't got married. All this other stuff. The vows was real cute on both sides. It was real cute. But I kept thinking, like, is they going to tell us how these two people know each other, or are we just not going to say how they know each other? But they told us after the fact, after they got married, that they knew each other from college. So, they were both presidents of some club, like was it a Japanese, a Vietnamese? Was it Vietnamese? I want to say it was Vietnamese. I can't recall. So if it's not, and it's either Japanese or Vietnamese, I don't, my apologies in advance because I can't remember which one it was. But they were both presidents of the same club in different schools. So they would meet each other when they had like events and stuff like that. And the presidents had to meet all together and stuff or whatever. I guess that colleges was close by. So they would all meet or whatever. So they knew each other from that. So he never thought, he always thought that she was cute, pretty and stuff like that. But he didn't have that in his mindset. Like, I want to settle down. I want to date her. And then she said that she heard that he was just like a playboy and stuff. So she ain't really, think about him in that way. But they was both like, this must be destiny, or serendipity, because like we both knew each other. We both intermingled. We both, thought each other was cute and stuff like that. And, we both vibe. We both smart, all this other good stuff. So they were pretty happy, and their nerves were eased once they knew each other. Because before they got married, and she was like, oh my God, it's freaking Johnny. I was like, is this a bad thing or a good thing? Like, is you just marrying him because y'all on the show? Like, what's going on? Is this a good thing or a bad thing that you know him? And so then they told us after the fact that it was a good thing. And then he was just, telling her that, she was like, well, you wasn't on my exclusion list because I wrote like this long list of exclusions, but I didn't even think of you to add to the list. So he was like, well, that must be a good thing or whatever. He was like, well, did you ever swipe left on me on any of your dating sites? She was like, no, I put you in a maybe pile because I knew you or whatever. And I would have felt bad if I swiped left or whatever. I was cracking up. And so then he was like, well, my family does this tea ceremony thing after weddings, and I would love to continue that tradition. And I would, want you to, of course, come or whatever. So she was like, oh, that's all you had to tell me? He was like, yeah. She was like, well, I was going to tell you that I insisted that we did a tea ceremony. So I said, look at God. Like, I think they'll work. I think they will work. As long as they can both relinquish control, and she can get the stick out her butt to this man like sports, I think they'll work. What do y'all think about it? And that was pretty much the episode. Michaela and Zach are getting married next week, and I'm not sure who else will get married because that's all I saw. But at any rate, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Who do y'all think will make it to the end? And tell me how y'all feel about Val and Johnny, because I mean, she was getting on my nerves about that sports stuff. But again, y'all let me know all down in them comments. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me along with the share button. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.